Hey, what's up, guys? Shooting a podcast here with another video. You got Smash Fan.
What's your tech guy?
Mister.
And today we're talking about the state of play that happened on Thursday, June 2nd, so just a few hours ago. The broadcast was, the actual presentation was about half an hour. And there's a lot of stuff that happened. So we have a lot of stuff to go over. And so let's just start off with like the first piece, and we'll have the video in the background so you can kind of see what happened. So they actually started off really big, and I actually want Miles to go over this part here because he was probably the one that was. I'm sure you were crying because this is cool. This is like, I don't play too many Resident Evil games, but this is the one that I have played. So I did see this and I was like, holy cow.
I'm happy you were excited for that too. Mister, describe how my body was reacting when you saw me.
Oh, he was getting goosebumps all over. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, my entire, both arms and down my legs, my hair was just up, dude. It was the biggest goosebumps. And actually, Mr. and I actually had a conversation before this. He's like, Miles, if anything was going to happen on this state of play, what was the number one thing that just the one thing, if just one thing was shown, you'd be happy out of all else? And I says, honestly, Resident Evil 4 Remaster being announced, even if it's a teaser. Gameplay, I'm just asking too much, but just even a teaser with the title. I got more than I even dreamed of. They officially dropped, you see the forest, and then you see the cross trees that they had in Spain, and I immediately looked at Diego. Diego's face was dropped. I was dropped. I'm like, that's effing Resident Evil 4. And then all of a sudden it shows the R, and then all of a sudden, bam, we're straight in it. You see Ashley Graham just running in that forest in Spain, and I was like, holy shit, this is happening. And then right below it, it mentions like all the footage is from gameplay, and the cutscenes just adjusted camera angles. So everything you were seeing, it wasn't any CGI. It was actually the in-game engine, and it looks beautiful. And straight away, they dropped immediately with the date of March 24th, 2023, and I could not be happier. And Dave, you know how big of a fanboy I am of Resident Evil, and this is the one I think most people have been waiting for. Just like what you said, you've played this one. I know Mister's played this one. This is the most iconic one.
Yeah.
And let me say, when I say most iconic, the most iconic for the widespread of, like, I think 2 still a really hardcore one for hardcore fans, but 4 I think has a more wide appeal of like a wider audience, I guess I'll say.
4 made it like, and it sounds rude to say, but it's made it mainstream in a good way.
Yeah. When they showed the graphics, I mean, I was really happy. It kind of looked a little more eerie and scary than the original, and I know it's just kind of a vibe, but the first one, I mean, the fourth one's, the original, I should say, is more action, right, than rather horror, but this added a lot more horror element, which I really, really liked. And we didn't really see a full facial of Leon, but the side you see him in when he's in, the vehicle, that scene right there, it kind of, how do I say it? Okay, if the remake did anything right of 2 was, I really like the Leon cast choice. I wouldn't mind if they kind of made a little aged look of the same actor coming back, personally. Right. What are you guys' thoughts?
I agree with you there. I thought it was awesome how they did RE4. It looked perfect. When you see the old village and stuff, how it's all destroyed and fired, and I was like, oh, this is RE4 to a T. It just looked great. Definitely a lot of people were freaking out. We were watching Max's stream from Twitch, and it was hilarious because he was freaking.
Maximilian, dude,
he was.
His reactions are great.
So it was a great, and what was cool, it was like the first video, like the first game announcement, from the state of play, and I think this game comes out next year, right?
Yeah, next year, March 24th. The funniest thing is, I don't know if you caught this because I was watching this, and people who are watching the video can watch this too. But at the bottom where it says like PS5 Capcom, when it gives you like the release date again, because it gives you in the beginning and at the end, at the bottom it says Leon's brown sheepskin leather bomber jacket appears with permission from Shot NYC. I just thought that was hilarious.
What?
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why it says that, but it does.
I didn't notice that. That's awesome.
It's so funny. Just this little thing. I was like, oh. But yeah, they knew how to start strong. I'll tell you that much.
I bet you saw that and you're probably like, Miles is freaking out.
Yeah.
One little cool tip to add to it too is not only are they updating the controls to modern, which is great. This is going to have some for the people that are going to purchase it. I will not be one of them. The PSVR 2 will have VR content for this, so that is great news for the people getting some solid content for the VR push on this system.
Speaking of, go ahead.
Continue.
Oh no, go ahead, Diego.
I was gonna say, speaking of that, they announced Resident Evil 8 VR, and it looks like not like this is the game on 8, but then they just did some VR stuff. It looks like it's a VR game built from the ground up type of thing.
Well, they added remember we were talking about that because the first one, it kind of got me motion sickness. Not the first one, sorry. The first time they did this was with Resident Evil 7, and you just kind of had a controller, right? You couldn't use like the hand controls or anything, right? Where this one, you're playing the full-on game of 8, but you're actually able to use the hand ones, which before in 7 you just use a controller, and I got really motion sickness from that. So if they're doing it that way, I think that could potentially work. And 8 to me wasn't really scary. It's just really cool kind of like atmosphere. But I think being in VR could definitely make this more scary. But it was cool to actually see like you being able to move your hands and actually move around like that legitimately. So that's super cool. For anybody that gets, the VR 2, that's going to be awesome for them.
Well, because they announced because they did a VR for quite a bit. So they showed Resident Evil 8. What was the other zombie game that they showed right after? I don't remember the name. Oh, the Walking Dead one.
Walking Dead. It's the second one. It's Sinister or something. Anyway, that's like one of the most popular games right now, just so you guys know, on Oculus right now. The first one. Sinners and Saints, I think it's called, or Saints and Sinners, that's what it's called. Yeah, that's the first one. So this one they showed is actually Chapter 2, which is the second one. But it's actually one of the highest rated, most downloaded games in the Oculus's Play Store.
That's crazy. Cool. And then we got like a few things about No Man's Sky on VR.
Mm-hmm.
I know, was it VR? Was it? Yeah, it was VR.
It's VR, yeah.
And
I think that's already on PC, but they're finally getting it, on the console space.
Right. Now, the next part was about Horizon, but my question, is this the same? Is this a sequel? Is this something new?
So the VR they showed is, I don't know how long it's going to be. I mean, it could be really cool for the people that are going to play that, like the VR part of, you play as, I think, what's her name? I think it's Rhea or, I'll forget her name. Anyway, she's a main character in the story of the Forbidden West. I can't remember her actual name. But anyway, you play as her as a side kind of little thing. And I thought it was going to be a rail. Like me and Mr. thought it was going to be a rail game. But it looks like you actually get to move around and explore. I'm not sure how big it's going to be, but it looks cool. And then the announcement that I got excited for, though, is on the actual Forbidden West. They're doing an update where the performance mode is going to have a rehaul. Thank God, because I actually had issues with performance with the 1080p. It was really kind of bad looking. And then they're going to get you New Game Plus and a way to reset all your skills. They got a new ultra hard difficulty. And I think some new trophies and gear, I think, as well, like some new weapons and stuff. So I would like to revisit that. It kind of came out at a weird time when Elden Ring was coming out, so I kind of had to rush through the story. But yeah, definitely something I'd like to go back to because the game's really big, kind of like The Witcher. So I didn't get to finish a lot of the cool quests and stuff.
And all this stuff is getting more content, and Breath of the Wild 2 is still not out. It still pisses me off. I don't understand it. I again, Breath of the Wild 2 tangent will have to absolutely blow my mind to make me say this was worth it. I agree.
Speaking of that, I'm curious when we're going to hear anything from Nintendo because the Summer's Game Fest, they are confirmed to not be there. So unless we get news of a new Direct, I don't know. They
probably will do a Direct. That's just how they are.
Nintendo likes to do it at last minute. They'll tell you at 10 o'clock at night, and they're like, we have a Direct coming at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
What?
Right.
What? Fudge you, Nintendo. God.
Yeah.
Nah, they do that all the time. And then this next one, this is actually pretty cool for me. So when I saw Insomniac, I started hearing Peter. I was like, wait, is this? I didn't hear the first one, so I haven't played it. So I thought I was like, oh, is this for the second one? But no, this is actually for this coming out on PC, the remastered version of it. So
Yeah, that
I
was
thought
cool.
that's gonna be
Diego
pretty
was
cool.
so stoked.
Cause I heard it say, "Oh, coming to PC too." I was like, "Oh, well, this is coming to PC." And you're like, "What is this?" And then I was like, "Spider-Man!" I was like, "No way!" Oh my gosh, it was.
I'm so excited for you guys to finally play this. Like, first thing I thought of was you guys, and I was just like, dude, this is finally the opportunity my friends can actually play this incredibly award-winning, masterpiece game that you guys never got to play. And it's unfortunate because this game is literally a masterpiece. And you guys are going to just be blown away by this game. And Diego's first thing was like, oh, is this going to be ultra-wide? It's like, bro, you're lucky because all the PlayStation Studio PC games have been full-on, 100% cutscene even driven ultra-wide support. So enjoy, dude. You're going to have a full cinematics experience, Diego.
He got the ultra for a reason.
Yeah, that full cinematic is gonna be great, and you guys don't gotta wait long. August 12th, guys.
2 months, 2.5 months, something like that.
Yeah, so enjoy, dude. That's freaking. I'm so happy for you guys. I will be buying it to play it again for sure. But you know what? I'm really excited more than anything on this game is what the mod community is gonna be able to do with it.
Yeah, I think that's always a big thing. Like when something comes to PC, it's just like, what can we do to make it better? And it's funny because like I think that's the biggest lure for people to be on PC. Because you can just do so much more with it. You can, fine tune it to make it play the way it's supposed to. Because I forgot what game that you mentioned, Miles, like just a little bit ago that they fixed when it came to PC, and I can't remember what it was.
Final Fantasy 7 or a different game?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7, I think is what you saw. Yeah, because it was locked at 60 when it came to PC.
It had issues at 60, and then it had a weird dynamic resolution thing where it wouldn't stay at the native resolution if it was dipping below or whatever. It wasn't being consistent with the frame rate.
Something weird.
Yeah, remember that? And it would lower it and make the quality look like doo-doo, and they wouldn't fix anything about it.
It makes no sense why this happens to the PC. Like why is porting something so?
Because they don't.
Comes down to the
It's
studio
full.
and them being lazy. Yeah, I mean,
it's like
the Spider. Yeah, sorry.
But I'm not just. I don't think it's just to just. It's just like any game, like whether it's a AAA game or whatever it is. I feel like there's always something that's off when it's ported over. Like for example, or something or whatever. There's always a PC problem. Like with Call of Duty, I know. First of all, the game's trash, but when my friends make me play it, like Sexy Tank and all that, like I have constant issues with it, and I don't understand why. Like on the console, I don't think they have that issue, but on the PC, I'm always always having issues, and it bugs me. Like why? It doesn't make sense why that should happen. And I feel like that's
yeah.
I feel
and
like
I agree with
constant
you,
games
but
too.
you're also arguing the fact of these devs that don't really care, right? Like what I mean is, especially when a COD, there's no reason a game should be 250 gigs for a few multiplayer maps in a campaign, even with Warzone. They're not doing compression. They're not doing proper data compression with their files.
Exactly.
And you get a high quality studio doing game files and there's no issues, right? So like for example, Dave, like you play Overwatch, you're not having those issues, and they're primarily never. PC first. So it really does come down to development. It just is unfortunate that more often than not, there's more problems with PC games though, for sure, right? And getting proper devs to support it. The good thing I'll say though is this is a PlayStation Studio game. Sony's really going all in, and I mean when we've had God of War and we've had what was that other
They
one
did God of War really well.
Days Gone. I couldn't remember the name.
God of War had a good support when it came out.
Yeah, Days Gone.
It just depends on who the devs are.
Right, but these are all the PlayStation Studio games, what I'm talking about. And then what was the other game? The one with the weird baby? What's that one called again? The walking simulator game?
Oh, the Kojima game?
Yeah, what the hell's that called?
Death Stranding.
Yeah, I mean, all those are incredible performance on PC, and they are very good. So I know that Spider-Man's going to be just as good. Uncharted that's coming out is going to be good. So I'm just more than happy for you guys to get a great game like this that's going to be great for PC for you.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going. I know that there's tons of stuff to go over, and I don't think I want to go over all of the stuff. Because the next big one is Street Fighter that they showed. I just want
that
to
was amazing.
I just want to mention really quickly the Eternites that they showed.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fudge is this? I was so
Nah.
confused.
Oh, I was telling Miles, like, what is this?
It's a what was it?
Devil May Cry 7.5 because of the guy with the missing
Isn't
arm.
this a
and
dating
then,
sim, right?
But indie gameplay.
like Persona, like you get dating person, person you can date and stuff. I don't know. It was weird.
It was weird. It was
It's just very indie to me.
I am actually intrigued though. I want to play this dating sim action game. I just want to see what happens.
Be a weeb, David.
Hey, gotta represent for the weaves, man. That's in my heart. I'm gonna try if I can get a hold of this or somehow play it. I'll do it. I just want to see how it is, cause this one's
on
not
all platforms, I believe.
Yeah, so I will try this out, whether it's on Steam or if it's on Xbox or wherever. It right now currently just says PlayStation 4 and 5, but obviously that it could be for other ones. So, and it's coming out next year, early sub Q1 probably, but it didn't say
It's
specifically.
taking so long, unless they're gonna make the game better.
We don't know when the development started either. That's all new to us.
True.
It started yesterday.
That makes
Wow.
Okay.
Some talented studio.
They just grabbed like old stuff that they worked on before and they just put it all together.
Throw it in there.
Okay, so let's go to the next big one. This is Street Fighter, right? We have Street Fighter that came out. So, I guess Miles, you probably saw this. I only got to see parts of this, just because of where I was. So, kind of explain to us, because this is a different. They're doing Street Fighter very differently this time around.
Yes.
It's like an open, it's a beat 'em up.
I'm sorry.
It's
Are
actually being
are
a
you
Street
Miles?
Fighter.
Mr. Are you Mom?
Sorry, I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's like a beat 'em up thing. It's really interesting. Like they have it start out with you in a gym, training, and so I'm not exactly sure of what the progression or the story is gonna be.
All I know is just being able to walk around and be an actual quote-unquote Street Fighter is brilliant and something I've been wondering, how the hell is it called Street Fighter? You're not an effing Street Fighter. So this is sick. I told Mr. Mister, I was like, I'm not really big in fighting games much anymore. Like, the only ones that really pique my interest these days are Dead or Alive. But, like, this looks awesome. I actually kind of want to buy this. This looks great.
I will say I don't like how Chun-Li looks again.
Yeah, she has those weird elephantitis thighs on a small body. It's weird.
Oh, the elephant thighs are awesome. No, I'm just just Mario vs. When they did Mario vs. Capcom, they made her look weird, and this one she just looks. I don't know. I don't like her design. They have Chad Ryu or whatever his name is again.
Yeah, Ryu.
What's his name?
You mean
He's like
Hot Ryu? His name is Hot Ryu, David.
he's Giga
Get
Chad
right.
Ryu. He's Giga Chad
Hot
Ryu.
Ryu.
Giga Chad.
Hot
Look
Ryu.
at him.
Hot Ryu.
Look at him. He's Giga Chad.
Say it right. Hot
His
Ryu.
shit.
No, he's
Giga
Giga Chad Ryu. That's
Giga
who he
Chads are
is.
awesome. Don't be hating on Giga Chads.
I never said they weren't awesome. I just said he's Giga Chad Ryu. He's not Hot Ryu. He's Giga Chad Ryu.
Giga Chad Ryu.
That's all I'm saying. I'm wanting to see like all the stuff because it's like it's showing that it's like 2v2, right? In this one that you do 2v2
It
as well.
seems like it's implied, but but there's like no real confirmation that it's 2v2.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have their own like presentation to show that, because the reason I say that is because when you see Ryu and Chun-Li when they enter the fight, it shows versus like
Agreed.
right, yeah, you see it's implied. Again, I don't know if it's I think that's what they're going to do, because then they do that with, was it Tekken that they I can't remember which one that they did. I'm not.
Yeah, Tekken
It has to be
Tag.
tagged like though.
I think that's what they're going to do, kind of. But again, they make the gameplay like the two people that came in together. Now Ryu's fighting Chun-Li, and the other guy's fighting the other guy named Jamie, I think, or whatever.
Jamie and June, or not June. Jamie and Jake or some shit like that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they just did that. They did that to like throw us off. That's my guess, because they're like, oh, we showed you that it might be versus, but we're not gonna show you gameplay of it. I think they're gonna wait for another presentation for them to show us. Yes, we confirm this is kind of tag, but I wonder what the mechanics going to be of how you use it, because they're obviously gonna have to do different than how Tekken did it.
So we do have in the Summer Game Fest there is a Capcom conference. So if anywhere they're going to do it, this I think it'll be that year. You know, this is kind of weird now that I think about it. Usually Capcom can be a little dry or stale most every year. Not that they don't drop cool stuff, but like their own press conference can be boring. But man, do they have some shit to show this year. This is kind of weird. For the first time ever, I think Capcom could be the best third-party showing we have.
Give me Mega Man.
Yeah, they got a lot. I mean, we got RE4, we got RE8 with DLC, which is supposed to be rumored to be shown. They got the VR presentation stuff to show. Now they got the Street Fighter 6 to show. There could be some hidden Mega Man stuff we don't know about. I mean, damn, man, we could have a very good press conference from Capcom this year, guys. I'm excited.
And then out of nowhere,
if they do give us a Mega Man, that's worth it in my eyes.
And then out of nowhere, they give us Giga Chad Ryu for Smash. And I'll be like, yes,
David, no.
I'm gonna buy it.
No,
I'm gonna
Giga
spend
Chad
that
Ryus.
80 cents. Use that 80 cents to buy it.
But hey, let's finish up on the last three here.
Okay, so Tunic.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's awesome. Sony's getting it though.
Yeah.
I didn't think the exclusivity was going to be that short.
I didn't think so either. And I saw it, and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And it's coming out
I thought it
September.
was going to be a year.
I think it's September 27th. Yeah, September 27th is when it's coming out.
Awesome.
It looks really cool.
I think Microsoft's just being cool because
I'm just waiting for Cell to buy it.
Phil's just like cool that way. He's like, yeah, we'll just do this. We're good.
Yeah, good on them for more people getting to play that game. Looks beautiful. I'm still waiting for Cell to play it.
So Tunic, remember 27th, September 27th. So about 3 months. Our next game that we have, this one it's Season. I think is what it's called. A Letter to the Future. Season. A Letter to the Future. It was one that was mentioned. It was right after Tunic. I'm not exactly sure of what it is. It looks indie. It might have been out already before, but I don't
recall that game actually.
I don't remember Season at all, dude.
I neither do I. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh, never mind. No, I don't remember them showcasing that. They did showcase that one cell shaded game. I don't remember what it's called, where you skate and shoot. That actually looked kind of fun.
Oh, that one was back.
Right.
Yeah, that was in the middle of the presentation, something like that.
Oh, okay.
But let's get to the one that probably people how they ended. So they ended really strong. So they ended with the producer Naoki Yoshida, who does Final Fantasy 16.
Yes.
So he was
psyched.
Yeah, so he's like, we're gonna focus on doing these games, but to let you guys know what we're working on, here is a trailer for Final Fantasy 16.
Oh,
so
yes.
I was like, I wasn't expecting a trailer from this one. So was there any prior knowledge of what was gonna happen? Because I don't remember anything else being told about Final Fantasy 16 before this.
The only thing I remember is just that from the original trailer that there was a war coming to one of the kingdoms, and they're getting a lot of their knights to go and kind of fight, but they have not really showed much of the story. Like, even though this was a story trailer, it was more just like a gameplay reveal, in my opinion. Like, it was the same story. Like, oh yeah, we're going to have people come and taking over this kingdom. But I think the biggest part that probably surprised a lot of people was freaking summon battles. You don't just summon and then press a command and he does some cool stuff. Like, you're literally being able to control, like, favorites like Bahamut, Shiva, Ifrit, like everybody's favorites, right? And they're literally like fighting titans. Like,
you have all the gods.
Amazing.
You have Odin on there. You have it was just
Romeo and Garuda.
Yeah,
a lot of the classics.
It was ridiculous. I was like, what the fudge is this? And you have a freaking knight that's on his horse that's going up and gonna fight this.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is going on?
From Final Fantasy 13-3 when she's on it was on 2. 13-2 when she's riding on the knight and then fighting things like that. It was badass, dude. I was flipping out. I can't wait.
It looks good.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
It looks really good. And I like the art that it has for Final, because it has Phoenix and I can't remember who the other one is on the bottom. But
I don't know if it was Titan. I can't remember. But Shiva has one of the best designs I've ever seen her have. I thought Shiva looked great in this one. Ifrit kind of looks the same as he usually does, but Shiva's design usually gets radically changed every time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this looks great. I can't wait. This will be a definitely an hour killer for me.
An hour?
Hours killer. Sorry.
Oh,
Hours
like
killer.
an hour. Damn, Miles,
He
you found a
fast in that
shortcut
game.
already?
Yeah.
No.
He's gonna speed run this. Beat it
Yeah,
on
but
level
he found-
1.
You found the speed run to this. That's crazy.
Yeah. Overall, it was a great presentation. They
I think it's
showed.
the best state of play they've ever had, Dave.
Yeah, they started off strong and they ended really strong.
Mhm.
I'm mostly, to be honest, like disappointed with their state of plays overall.
Yeah.
They've just kind of been lackluster, but this one was actually really, really good. So I'm happy for those people that play PlayStation, that have PlayStations, that they'll be able to play these games and that they have something really great to look forward to. Now I know that Jose, like, he probably is upset that there's nothing about From Software, right? Because that's his favorite studio.
Not Summer Game Fest yet, boy.
No, so we have to wait a little bit more.
Yeah, there's
hear
a
from
possibility
them.
of that happening. So yeah,
Next week, right?
you just need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week. That's crazy.
I thought Callisto Protocol looked amazing. I don't know, like, Diego, I know you're saying you thought it might be the developers from Dead Space or some of the extra devs. I'm not sure on that. I don't have any knowledge on that, but it did look very, very Dead Space. God, those graphics, everything looked great.
I can see that.
What was it? Maximilian was saying, like, I think this is the team. This is the dev team, the former dev team from
Dead Space.
Dead Space. The team, like, part of the team left, so that's the same group.
Okay.
That's why I was saying that. I mean, he could be wrong. Obviously, he's not going to be right all the time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
It's from the mind of the Dead Space creator, Glenn Schofield.
There we go.
Okay, there you go. And then the other one, I actually was kind of weirdly excited. I didn't know I would be. That Stray game with the cat actually looks fun.
Of course you would.
Yeah, that looks
course.
cool. Dude, like, the cat looks
cool.
adorable, and the stuff it's doing,
does.
like, it really, what's the word? It draws people, and it does it in a good way.
I remember I saw this on TikTok and I was like, is this really a game? Is this a game? And then I saw this and I'm like, what the fluff?
This is probably like a 5-hour game, just something fun to play, just to relax and have
This
fun.
is the new Animal Crossing.
And it's part of the PlayStation's new Plus thing, like their Game Pass thing. It's going to be free on that. So I'll definitely be playing it. I know it's like pre-orderable right now on Steam for $26, but I think I'll just play that on the PS5. That's fine.
I can already feel my allergies acting up just watching this trailer.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah, I don't remember if you had allergies as my cat back then. Did they like grow later?
It was later. It was later on in life.
Yeah, so my cat came around. You'd pet him and be fine with him.
I think it had to do when we had cats and then they quote unquote disappeared in the night, and I think that for whatever reason scarred me. That's what our mom said. My mom said our cat with all the kittens just wanted to leave together as a family. I was like, and I can't remember how old I was. I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, what's she doing? Like flushing him down the damn toilet like a freaking
I don't
goldfish?
know what she did. She's never told me. I don't know if she ever told you, Diego, but she never told me what she
yeah,
did.
she told me. They gave the cats up for adoption. They took them to the animal shelter.
Well,
wow.
Thanks for telling me your lies, Mom.
She was protected.
Call her out, dude.
Wait, no,
Next time she
protecting.
wants-
What
next time
protecting?
She wants rice, she gets cauliflower rice.
Get the fluff out of here. Oh my
She's
gosh.
protecting
All right.
you.
Anyway. All right. Well. All right. Well, that's it for this video. You can catch us on YouTube, on Podomatic.com and Spotify for all new podcast episodes. So watch out for those, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. This is David the Smash Man,
Maj Cat Guy.
Mr.
and it's Chimino Podcast.